Oh no, dude, they're here. Who's here? Those people who only watch your videos when the Leafs get demolished.
Oh, they're back. Well, at least it's been a while. That's progress.
Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, it's a little ridiculous. Good boy. Play all the hits. Left Toronto Maple Leafs. Let me finish. How am I supposed to go to bed after watching that?
I'm quite hyped. With you wherever you are, welcome to LFR.
Leafs lose 8-1 to the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is where I would do victory puppies if there was victory! Steve, why are you so mad? This isn't a playoff game. It's the end of the regular season. Austin Matthews wasn't in the lineup. They weren't even trying. I'll tell you why I'm mad. Two reasons primarily. Number one, I have been making these videos since 2007. Over that time, there were some very, very, very bad Leafs teams. Even some of those Leaf teams that we thought were great ended up only being good. And we're just praying that doesn't happen again this year. But those Leafs teams that were bad, the 09-10 Leafs, the 14-15 Leafs, the 15-16 Leafs, they couldn't help it when they were bad. Being bad wasn't a choice. Getting demolished wasn't a choice. And I would get mad, I would get screaming, but I wouldn't take it personally because I knew the Leafs had no control. Bad teams get destroyed. That's how this works. These Leafs are not those Leafs. Which means these Leafs did this to me! Did this to all of us! They didn't have to get destroyed, they chose to! Raise your hand if you have been personally victimized by the Toronto Maple Leafs. They made us watch that. They made us! That game started at 8, which now looking back, kind of appropriate! So that's the first reason why I'm mad. This game didn't have to go this way, and the Leafs let it go this way. Number two, it happened against Tampa. Heading into tonight, it looked like the Toronto Maple Leafs were going to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning in round 1. And after the Tampa Bay Lightning won this game, getting 2 points, it became more likely. I was talking to some people during the game and they're like, well, they stopped playing in the second period, and at least, for goodness sake, they showed some pushback. A little bit of face wash action. You get a slash, you give a slash action. Getting into fights action, and after every whistle, some sort of shenanigans action. Lightning head coach John Cooper said, don't read too much into it. It was just one game. No to Toronto Maple Leaf. Wayne Simmons said, we've been playing really good hockey. This was a one-off. Do you have any idea what you've done? The Tampa Bay Lightning are the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, which is why it's interesting that the Tampa Bay Lightning have not played very well recently. The saves weren't coming as easily for Andrei Vasilevsky, the stops weren't coming as easily for the defense, and the goals weren't coming as easily for the offense. But with half a dozen games left in the NHL's regular season, and less than 2 weeks before the Stanley Cup playoffs that are going to start against you, by the way, the Leafs let them feel good! Steven Stamkos, #1 Lightning player of all time in terms of points, feeling good. On the same goal, Nikita Kucherov, his 600th career point, feeling good. Getting John Cooper laughing about cutting the puck in half so that both players could have a little piece of Lightning history, feeling good. Ross Colton scoring in a regular season game and celebrating like he just won the Stanley Cup, which is weird because that's a thing he has already done. Feeling good. Vasilevsky only getting beaten once, feeling good. Victor Hedman remembering, oh yeah, I won the Conn Smythe, feeling good. Patrick Maroon chirping on the bench about how many cups he's won, feeling good. By the way, the last time Patrick Maroon had to come up with new chirp material was before COVID. And I was gonna find a way to chirp him for that, but that's the world. I miss it. I miss it. Not having Austin Matthews in the lineup is no excuse. The Tampa Bay Lightning didn't have Braden Point, did they? And while Braden Point has not been playing MVP caliber this season, he is still Braden frickin' Point. Yo, this game was 0-0 after the first. This is the second time in 2 weeks this has happened. There was a game last week, the Arizona Coyotes scored. Nick Ritchie scored 30 seconds into the game, and the Coyotes held that lead until the second period. The Calgary Flames scored 9 unanswered goals and won that game 9-1. Neither team had any goals after the first period in this one, which means the Tampa Bay Lightning didn't have any goals after the first period in this one, and they scored 8! After the fourth or fifth, it's obvious that Eric Källgren is not gonna get pulled because they're doing a thing. They're resting Jack. And the Leafs made a decision. And the Leafs said, okay, we could try to come back in this game, or we could do that thing the Bruins do. Would that be come back in this game? Oh, ha ha, no, that other thing they do. Oh, general nonsense after every whistle. That's the one. And that is what the Leafs did, and the Leafs let them know and everything. Did the Lightning seem fussed at all? Because in this game, the Lightning delivered 2 messages. Number 1, they are not the Tampa Bay Lightning we have seen for the past month. They are the Tampa Bay Lightning who have won back-to-back cups. And number 2, they are entirely unbothered. Personally, if I'm Sheldon Keefe, for this game, I burn the tape. Now, some of you might think that that's bad, and the Leafs should be forced to watch the entire thing in slow motion. And don't tell them it's in slow motion. Like, put it at like 96%. And every 5 minutes, drop it by 2%. And see if anyone notices. No, what you do is you skip video day and you tell them, boys, we're in Florida. Go hit the beach. Tell them all to go to the same beach. We're a team. We're gonna hang out. We're a team. And the next day when they get there, they got their trunks on. You know, they got a towel around their neck. They got a little bit of sunscreen on the nose there. And on the beach waiting for them is just Sheldon Keefe in a golf cart with a whistle. And you run them through the sand until you're finding like old colonial coins. I didn't know what to say. What's something you find on the beach in Florida? It's like something on the beach that's old, that is not a retired Canadian. Pirates? Were there pirates? Could I make a joke about gold doubloons? Listen, point being, I would love the Leafs to get ran through the sand for this one, except their next game is against Florida, and the playoffs are right around the corner, and we can't really do that. And listen, they went old school in this one. If you're gonna lose by a lot, you should take a pound of flesh with you on the way out the door. That's the way it's always been in hockey. We could talk about whether or not it's the way it should be, but it certainly is the way it is. But hey, I got an idea. Just don't get destroyed. You can lose, you're allowed to lose, but just don't get destroyed. Because now, the back-to-back reigning Stanley Cup champions and the team that you're probably going to play in the first round, bearing in mind that your team hasn't won a playoff round since 2004, and a large part of this core has lost 5 consecutive series. What was I about to say? That was a very long list. Seems bad. Questions? What player took the dumbest penalty? And who got away with the most? The comedy answer is Corey Perry, for existing, really. But the real answer is Nikita Kucherov, who always gets away with the most and is low-key super greasy. He had a little incident tonight with Mitch Marner where I saw the replay and people were saying, oh, it looks super dangerous, and Mitch is holding his leg, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Did he knee him? I don't see a knee. No, what happens is Kucherov sticks out his leg and nearly cuts Mitch Marner with his skate. And I'm not saying he did it on purpose, but I'm also saying it doesn't look entirely by accident. I would like the league to take a look. I don't think anything is going to come of it. But the dumbest penalty is also the funniest penalty. Is that Mikhail Sergachev punching Michael Bunting in the back of the head and getting nothing? No, that's the funniest non-call. Dumbest penalty is right here. Kyle Clifford boinking Corey Perry on the head with the butt of his stick. I've never seen... Boink. He got 5 in a game for high sticking for that one, and I don't think it should be called that. 5 in a game, I totally understand. I was watching it like, Kyle, what are you doing? But high sticking, you call it, what are you doing, Kyle? 5 minutes for what are you doing, Kyle? Or perhaps we could have called it this one from Eric on Twitter. Wingardium Leviosa! I wish I was recording when I first read it. I laughed very hard at that. Thank you. Clifford got a match penalty. That means an automatic review from the league. I don't think he's gonna get supplemental discipline. If he does, it'll be a game. It'll be the strangest game ever served for a suspension. He likely gets fined. That's my guess. It doesn't injure Corey Perry at all. If you watch closely, he doesn't even blink until long after the stick has hit him. That's how little he was expecting it. You can't do that. You shouldn't have done that, but it's a suspension? No. I can't endure a whole series of this. Get a load of the new guy! Aw, you will. You will. Oh, what do you got for us, Mike Stevens? Oh, the deserve to win-o-meter. It's set. Michael. Hey, come here for a sec. Just real quick. Lower your voice. I had to look up a video of Boink sound effects, and here are some of the front runners. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Nah. That's a good one. What the? Also popular, and maybe the answer that we have to go with? That's a pretty good one. It's hollow. So, Leafs play again in a couple days. It's against the Florida Panthers. They're pretty good. Sounds like they're not going to have Matthews again. So I tell you what, that was game 78. You only have 4 more warm-up games, 4 more tune-up games before the Stanley Cup playoffs begin. Don't let that happen again. That is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. 8-1. Ooh, you're lucky. You're so lucky you are where you are in the standings. Oh. 14-15, Steve would have. Ooh. No. Maybe. Is this a beat? This video jumped the shark.